Hey guys, Tyler back again for another update on my whole entire system. This video is mainly going to be about my do-it-yourself algae scrubber that I built yesterday and this morning. I'm getting pretty tired of my green hair algae. I've tried GFO for the past 2 months. I've tried water changes, carbon. I even added another probably 40 gallons to the system and added another skimmer, and no change at all. I'm pretty convinced that it's probably all the decrease in the system, so that's going to be my next job. But I figured before I break all that decrease loose and let it get into the system, I should probably have a way of filtering that all out, and maybe this will even solve my green hair algae issue. But basically all I did was tee off of my sump return, and I put a ball valve here, and then there's a ball valve at the other end of that line to create a little bit of back pressure there. And all I did was come up into a T, which will split the water. I got 2 unions, so you could just unscrew these unions and this whole tray pops out for cleaning. Got another one here. I'm also have a 1-inch drain on here with a strainer, and that just basically goes back into my sump. For lighting, I know there's a bunch of options out there, 18 hours on, double your wattage, half your time, all that, good stuff. So basically what I did is I just purchased 3 23-watt compact fluorescent lights. They're natural daylight, so they're right around 5,000 K, and I've used these bulbs before. They do great for macro, and I'm sure they do great for algae. But right now I'm just going to run 24 hours a day until I start seeing some algae growth. We'll bump it down to 18 hours, and then I'll just monitor my algae growth. If it's turning yellow, I'll increase the time. If it's turning brown, I'll increase the wattage or feed my tank more, and so forth. But I like the design that I built. I just kind of wish I could have the lights kind of going straight on like this one, but unfortunately this is the only type of container I could find that would work for this situation that I have going on. I really wanted a really tall container to kind of keep this whole entire thing exposed, but I can always add more light. I got the option to do this, and if I need to, I can move my doser and put light over here. I can even double up on the light here if need be. But for now, this is working really good. I'm impressed with how well it does work. For any of you guys out there that haven't built an algae scrubber and you guys are going to start building one, I highly recommend, if you guys do have a green hair algae problem, to grab some of that from your display tank and basically rub it into this mesh fabric and basically spread the spores all over this mat, and then you can either rinse that off with RO water, because the spores aren't something you're going to be able to see, but they are there, or you can just leave it on there. I haven't done that yet because I literally just finished this thing about 2 minutes ago, so I'm just running it to make sure it works and get all the kinks worked out of it. But pretty simple design. Unfortunately, guys, this would be hard for somebody that has a tank in their house to build. I mean, obviously you can see my setup is pretty big. I can pretty much, you know, build things how I want to build and not have to worry about trying to fit them in a cabinet. So if you guys were to do something like this, obviously if you had a 300-gallon tank, you're going to probably have a fish room or a filtration room, so you could probably do that. But if you had like a 75-gallon tank or something like that, you're probably going to have to do something in the sump like you see on those other YouTube videos. But for this application that I have going here, this works really well for me, and pretty much gets the job done and saves all my space in my sump. So post a comment, guys, down below. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys have any questions, ask me. If you guys have any video responses, please post your algae scrubbers in the comments below. And I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you.